Hey there, Libra, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot for your mid-month reading. Oh, okay. This is going to be a reading from January 15th through the 31st. We're going to take a look at your past, present, and near future energies. Why are you giving me attitude, Libra? The energies seem good. Enough with the attitude. If this reading resonates and you want to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. And of course, if you enjoy what I do, donation link is also below. Gifts and donations are always greatly appreciated. Lastly, Libra, if you enjoy these readings, please give this video a thumbs up and drop an emoji in the comment section. It really helps me out with the algorithm. Okay, main energy for your reading is the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, you get the Four of Swords. You're waiting for something here, Libra. You're waiting. I don't know what exactly you're waiting for, but I do like that you're not waiting in vain. You're not just sitting there and kind of like, oh, I'll just sit here, I'll watch paint dry. No. In the meantime, while you're waiting, you're focusing on yourself. You're taking a breath, you're taking a breather, you're healing. So it's not just waiting and killing time, which I like, but I do want to see what it is you're waiting for. In the recent past, you get the Six of Wands, the Chariot, and the Knight of Swords. You're showing me that you want to take action only if it comes from a place of feeling momentous, right? Momentum? I'm making up words. Anyways, basically, you're waiting for the universe to come in and be like, okay, Libra, now's the right time. And you're showing me I'm not going to do anything. I'm not sitting here wasting energy. I'm not going to do something just to do something, right? I want to make sure that whatever I do, it is successful. It works out to my benefit. It is aligned for me. And I feel that momentum from the universe coming in. Once I feel like it's the right time, then I'll take action. So that could be what you're waiting for here, for that moment where the universe comes in and it's like, okay, Libra, now's the time to do something. Now, I don't know what the something is, but we'll see. In the current situation, you get the Page of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Temperance. You're showing me that you're starting to question this a little bit. You're like, well, I thought I'd be waiting for the right time for like a few days, a few weeks, but I just don't feel like the right time is coming. Like, how long is this taking? Now, this has to do with matters of the heart. Whatever it is that you're waiting for, it has to do with someone or something that you have a lot of love for. And I do feel like it's a person. It's not something, right? You don't love your car. It's more so an energy of like, I love this person. I love this connection. And I know that they feel the same way about me. The only thing that's kind of holding you up in the current situation is, why is it taking so long? Like, what's the holdup here, universe? And this is, you're communicating with the universe. You are very intuitive and very like spiritually connected, this reading. In the near future, you get the Emperor, the Judgment, and the Four of Pentacles. You're making a decision to kind of just hold back because it seems like you haven't gotten that sign from the universe, like, okay, go, 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 Libra. And so you're throwing a little bit of a hissy fit here where you're like, okay, fine, universe. If you're not going to tell me that now is the right time to go, or if you're not going to give me the sign that I'm looking for, then I'm just not going to do anything, right? You are kind of playing a little bit of like an ego game with the universe, which again, good luck with that, right? Like the universe doesn't really, it doesn't play these games, but I do see your ego kind of getting a little annoyed at like, well, I thought it would be the right time. I thought it would be the right time. It hasn't been the right time. What's the holdup? So let's clarify. Start off with the main energy for your reading, which is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is clarified by the Page of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. What you're waiting for, Libra, is an apology. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. I see that at the bottom of the deck. Also, I see Cancer, Sag, and Aries showing up strongly here. Obviously, this is for all signs, but those are just the prominent ones. So you're crystal clear on what you're waiting here for. You're like, no, I know exactly what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for an apology. Now, the reason you're waiting is because this person that you're dealing with, very stubborn, very bullheaded, very set in their ways. And you're showing me like, I'm not going to make any moves until this person comes in and apologizes. They owe me an apology. They like literally, you're like, this is what I want. I will not accept anything less. I will not even not accept an apology. Like that's not an option for us to be able to move forward, for us to be able to do anything, for me to take any action. An apology is required here. Okay, so you're crystal clear on that. Beautiful. I like that. And you're waiting. Now, especially with this type of energy, I can understand why it may take longer than you expected because people with this type of energy and ego, getting an apology from them may take a while. Let's clarify the recent past. I want to see the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Emperor. You get the Emperor again in the same row in the near future. Okay, so you're definitely attracted to this person. You definitely are. Now, I do see some choices being made in the recent past, both on your part and the other person's part. Your ego does play a role here. You're showing it to me in the near future and the recent past. Admit it or not, you do have an ego, right? And sometimes your ego may kind of dictate the show. It may take over, and it may make you make choices which, in hindsight, you're like, I could have handled this differently. I do see you kind of looking at some of the decisions that you've made in the recent past, and you're like, could have handled that better for sure when it comes to me and this person. Now, I do see that this person that you're dealing with is also very much, like, first of all, you are very attracted to them, but they're also very fiery. Now, I know you're not a fire sign, and even if they're not a fire sign, it doesn't matter. You're both very like quick to combust, right? The passion's intense, the fire is intense. You're both very attracted to each other, but it's also like fire with fire. It's like you guys can explode very, very quickly. Now, in the recent past, at least, you're showing me like, I know we can get 10 of Cups. I know we can get to happiness. I know we can successfully overcome, all the not so great decisions you made in the past and I made in the past. It's kind of like you're putting the burden on both of you. You are taking accountability though for your ego kind of messing things up a little bit here in the recent past. Let's take a look at the Chariot. Chariot is clarified by the Knight of Swords, which you get again in the recent past, the Death, and the Universe. You want to move past it. You're showing me like, universe, look, I know things ended. You're showing me Death, Universe. Those are like big endings. So this ending was pretty intense for you. It was very deep. It was very like meaningful. And you're showing me, I want to move past this. Like I literally want to leave this ending in the rearview mirror, and I don't have a problem taking action to make it happen. You're not sitting here dumping the blame on the other person and being like, hey, I expect you to do this. I expect you to be the one to run the show. I expect you to do all the work. It's not that. It's very much like you're showing me, I'm waiting for an apology. Once I get the apology, it's all systems go. And so I do like that. I do really like that. And you're communicating with your higher self here in the recent past. You're like, look, this is my desire. Like, let's move past this. We can do it. I know we can. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords in the recent past because you get it twice. Yeah. Knight of Swords is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Eight of Cups. So you're definitely, the action that you want to take, right? You're showing me what I want to do is rebuild. Rebuild a solid foundation here. Rebuild the trust between us because there is love. Like I love my person. They love me. Regardless of the fact that we said we're done here in the 3D world, I still feel like we're very much in a connection. We're still very much in a relationship, right? And you're showing me like, this is what I want. Now, there is a part of you which is kind of playing it safe. You're like, I'm not putting all my emotional eggs in this basket because if it doesn't work out, like I'm going to get really, really hurt again. So you're maintaining this little bit of like emotional buffer, a little bit of an emotional detachment from this desire that you have. But you're showing me like clear as day. Once I get this apology, I'm willing to rebuild this foundation. I'm willing to rebuild trust, and I'm willing to move forward with this beautiful, loving connection that we both have. Let's look at the current situation, see what's going on with the Page of Swords and what this doubt is all about for you. Page of Swords is clarified by the Three of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands. You're trying to keep hope alive here, but it's taking a lot longer than you wanted it to, right? The energies are moving way more slowly than you want them to, and you're showing me like I'm still waiting. I haven't lost hope on the fact that this is going to happen, that I'm going to get my apology, that we're going to rebuild this connection, we're going to rebuild trust. You haven't given up hope, but it is moving very, very slowly. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in tarot, and you're showing it to me like this is taking a long time. So you aren't losing hope completely, but there's definitely an energy of like, well, what's the hold up? Let's go, universe. Why is this taking so long? So you are trying to keep hope alive here a little bit. Oh, 3 cards. Queen of Pentacles in the current situation is clarified by the Lovers, the King of Wands, and the Hermit. Deep down, you know what this connection is, and it's a soul connection. Like, you're showing me, not only do I love my person and they love me here in the 3D world, okay? This is like a divine connection. My higher self and their higher self are connected both here in the 3D and also in the 5D, which is why you have this certainty of like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen, because energetically, you are still communicating with this person. You can pick up on what they're feeling. You can sense all of that. And you know that the reason for the holdup is their ego. You're showing me they have a big ego. They are very focused on appearances, right? For them, they don't want to be the one to like bow down and apologize. They don't want to be the one to put themselves in like a lower position or vulnerable position. Deep down, right, on a higher self level, you know this is the reason it's taking so much longer. If their ego wasn't an issue, they would have apologized yesterday, right? Or basically they would have apologized a long time ago. But because they have such an ego, because they're very much like, who, me? Like, I'm not going to bow down and apologize, even though they want to and they know they should. That's what's taking so much longer. That's the holdup, essentially, in the current situation. Let's look at the Temperance. Temperance is clarified by the Ace of Cups, the Chariot, which you got in the recent past, and the Two of Swords. You know that it's only a matter of time until you will get to this point of, okay, we're moving in that direction. We're moving past the ending. We're moving towards getting back together, towards rebuilding a foundation. We're working towards having a new beginning in love. You know it's only, literally, it's only a matter of time until this happens. The thing that's kind of frustrating to you is you don't know when this is going to happen. You're showing me like, I know that it's going to happen without a shadow of a doubt. I just don't know exactly when. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Is it going to happen in a week? Is it going to happen in a month? Is it going to happen in a year, right? Like, you don't know how long it's going to take. And that's really what's throwing you for a loop here in the current situation and frustrating you. Let's look at the near future. Start off with the Emperor in the near future. The Emperor is clarified by the Hierophant, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. You want the ego to not be a factor here. You're showing me this is such a deep connection. This is a soul connection. This is a divine connection. Why are we letting our egos run the show? Like, let's put an end to the ego. Let's set aside our need to maintain appearances, our need to be in control, our need to be right. You know, let's just set all that aside and let's approach this from a place of love. Let me give you love. Let me accept love. You know, give me your love. I'll give you my love. We don't need to let our minds and our egos run the show here, because this connection is so much deeper than that. You're kind of putting that message out into the universe to your person and being like, hey, you know, enough with the ego. Like, I put my ego away. You put your ego away. Like, let's settle this already. Let's look at the Judgment in the near future. Judgment is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, which you got in the same row in the current situation, and the Six of Cups. You know, you're perfectly aware of what this is. Like I said, you're very intuitive, and I don't know if your person is on the same level as you are, but you know on a higher self level, you're like, I love you, you love me. We both want a new beginning here. This is a soul connection. You keep showing me soul connection, divine connection. You're aware of all of this, and you're showing me like, this is what I want, and I know that this is what you want as well, right? There's not a question of like, oh, maybe this person wants it, maybe they don't. You're very, very in tune and you're very energetically connected to them. So you know exactly what they're thinking and exactly what they want. Their ego is the holdup here. Let's look at the Four of Pentacles in the near future. Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is the main energy for your reading. So you open with the Two of Wands, you close with the Two of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful full circle. You're not letting go. You're showing me like, I know that there's small progress. I know that, again, I don't feel like you and your person aren't talking at all. I feel like there is some sort of communication, especially in the near future. And you're showing me like, I can see that we're making baby steps. I can see that the progress is happening. It's slow, it's small, right? But I can see that it's happening. But slowly but surely, baby step after baby step, we are making progress. And so you're not letting go of that idea of like, however long it takes, right? You and I can work through this. And again, I do see progress in the near future. Okay, I do see progress in the near future towards rebuilding, towards creating. The thing is, even in the near future, you're still waiting on this apology, which I don't feel like you've quite gotten yet. And you're showing me I'm not willing to like do the work, invest the work, move forward without this apology. Let's take a look at what the universe wants you to keep in mind for this mid-month. From the universe, you get the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Again, rebuilding trust, rebuilding a solid foundation, that's what's going to give you the emotional stability and emotional fulfillment that you're seeking here. There is resistance though. Like I said, things are moving very, very, very slowly when it comes to this connection because there's a lot of walls, and I don't feel like these are your walls. I feel like your person, there's a lot of resistance from your person side, but you know that once you guys are able to rebuild a solid foundation and rebuild that trust between the two of you, that's where the emotional fulfillment lies. That's what you're working towards, despite the resistance. So Libra, that's what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you here on the next one.